Hi friends, Gabby here and welcome to my channel. It's been a while. I used to make videos very consistently, but I feel like when I don't have that much to share, I don't want to make a video just for the sake of making a video. That's why I don't have a schedule. Truly, I only want to share with you when I think it's something important to share. And now it's been about a month and a half, and the last 2 days I've been thinking quite a bit about something, and I thought that it is worth sharing. And where do I even start? I always talk about the importance of being the researcher of your own self, right? Truly committing to the lifelong journey of researching your own self and investigating yourself and questioning yourself. More importantly, I think that we don't question ourselves enough. We see the world a certain way, we have certain beliefs, we have certain past experiences, and in our minds, in our heads, right, we're just like, oh no, this is just the way it is. But is it? Like, ask yourself a lot of questions. So that's the whole idea behind being the researcher of your own self. And the last couple of weeks especially, I've been in situations where I really had to question my mind. I really had to question, the thoughts that are running through my mind, how I'm perceiving a certain situation or certain situations, I guess I should say, my interactions with different people. And, oh, the sun has disappeared. Alrighty, we're just gonna roll with it. It's super dark right now. But the thing is that we can use past experience to help us inform our future and to help us make better choices, right? That's the whole idea of experience. You've faced something before and then you let that experience inform your future and help you, and ideally help you avoid making the same type of mistakes. However, on the other side of that coin is being trapped by your own experience and letting your past experience inform your future so much that you don't allow yourself to experience something different. Hold on a second, this is really dark. I just need to vamp up here we go. Is that better? I think that's better. So there's a big difference between using your past experience for good and using your past experience out of fear. And man, I am always in awe, truly in awe, and I'm always baffled about this human experience and being this person and having the thoughts and having the feelings and emotions and interacting with other people and being triggered left and right and, dealing with somebody else's opposing points of view and seeing how you respond to somebody else's different point of view. It's just so interesting to me. It's so interesting to me, and I just can't get over the fact how fascinating it is, as it is frustrating at the same time. So all of us get triggered time to time, maybe sometimes even every single day, constantly getting triggered, because we have certain beliefs, we have a certain perception, we have a certain filter through which we view life, and then when we get in touch or interact with different people, or we are in different situations, or conflict arises, it goes very hard against our beliefs or our perceptions, right? And especially when you've had a bad experience in the past with something, it's very difficult to not let that past inform the future, because you want to avoid repeating the past at all costs. And for example, I can give you an example of getting burnt from an oven, right? So let's say you see an oven and it is a big square, right? And you were a little kid, you walked up to this square thing that was, in the middle of the living room or at the dining room, whatever, in the kitchen actually. Why would an oven be in the middle of the dining room? Anyways, you get the point. There's an oven and it's a square, and you go up and then you put your hand on the oven and you get burned, and it hurts. It's really not nice. Then let's say a few years later, you see something that resembles an oven, right? It's square, it has the same colors, and you're like, oh, I better not go and touch that because I'm gonna get burned, I'm gonna get hurt. When in reality, it could have been just a big present. I know that is a horrible example that I'm trying to give, but essentially I just want you to think that if it looks like a square and it has similar colors like it did of the oven, and it's sort of placed in a similar place, you're going to think, okay, I got burnt by that before, I don't know if I want to do it again. So it has 4 corners, it looks like a cube, you're like, oh, oven, pain, right? So that is a lot of times how we filter information from the past, whether it's in relationship, whether it's having, you know, not good work experiences, you know, situations with friends, with family. Something happens that affects us so deeply, and then as we go through life, our subconscious mind wants to protect us. It doesn't want to have the same things repeated. So we avoid that similar situation at all costs. Even if it, you know, slightly looks similarly, we're like, okay, I'm out. I don't wanna get hurt. I don't wanna do this again. However, I feel like what I've been questioning my mind in relation to this the last week is that, okay, what if the shape is similar, right? So I got burnt by an oven that is a square. It's this big square. I got burnt by it. And right now I am looking at a present and I can't distinguish just yet that it's a present because I'm still thinking that it's an oven because it has a very similar shape. I don't know if that's making a lot of sense. I hope it is making a lot of sense because it's not that I'm just bad crazy. But I always, and I'm gonna, honestly, I'm gonna be repeating this till the day I die. I want you to question yourself. I want you to ask yourself a lot of questions. I want you to become the researcher of your own self. The same way how when you're conducting a research experiment and you have a hypothesis, right? You are predicting something. You say, I believe that this is the way things are, right? So if we apply a hypothesis to ourselves, to our lives, because we are the researcher of our own selves, we would say, I believe that, I don't know, I believe that I can't trust people, or I believe that I am not good enough. You have the hypothesis, but right now you need to conduct research. You need to gather evidence to actually prove that hypothesis. And a lot of the times we pick a hypothesis that is negative, like, you know, I can't trust people, I am not good enough, I'm never gonna do this, you know, I am awful, blah, 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 blah. And then we go through with a fine comb through every single experience, finding evidence to supporting that claim. But we kind of forgot that we need to gather evidence for the opposite claim as well, right? If we want to prove something, you know, as false. So rather than saying, you know, people are trustworthy and I am smart and intelligent, and then looking for evidence for that, we just look at the negative and then we gather all the evidence for the negative. So I really want you to question your mind. I want you to question your mind, especially when it seems like that is the last thing you want to do. When you are so convinced that you are not good enough, when you are so convinced that you're never gonna get that job, when you're so convinced that people are this and that, that is when I want you to sit down and play devil's advocate. Be like, okay, my mind is so strong on this right now, but I'm gonna try and argue against it. I am gonna go into this freaking courtroom of my mind against my mind and try to prove those points wrong, because there's no value in us going through life fear-based. There's no value in us thinking that we're not good enough. There's no value in us gathering all this evidence to kind of bubble wrap ourselves from life and be so terrified of different experiences and different people and all these adventures that are waiting for us. So question your mind, question yourself, question your beliefs, question your perspectives, perceptions. Whenever you get triggered, journal about it. Ask yourself, why am I being triggered right now? What caused me to have such a strong physical or emotional or mental reaction to something? Why did I react in such a way when that person said this? Or when I was faced in this work situation, why did I have such a strong reaction to that? Question yourself, be the researcher of your own self. Really, it's just so important, and I truly believe that we don't question ourselves enough. We don't try and gather evidence against these huge limiting beliefs that we have in our own minds. So here we go. I haven't made a video in a month and a half, and right now I'm coming at you with some with a lot of different thoughts that have been in my mind and something that I've been contemplating for the last couple of days, if not couple of weeks. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I hope I get to make more videos. because I really enjoyed. But again, when I do share something, I really want it to be intentional and valuable, and I don't want to put just anything out there for the sake of putting something out there. That is all from me. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you watched it till the end, I really, 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 really appreciate it. And I will see you soon. Bye.